This is Hollywood. Matías Bombal with you. Paramount Pictures offers a story of a literature professor with a gambling vice in the new release, The Gambler. Mark Wahlberg is in the title role as things go from bad to worse as he digs himself deep and deeper into a hole of staggering depth in the underworld of Los Angeles gambling. This movie is a rekindling of Fyodor Dostoevsky's novella, The Gambler, and is not the first screen adaptation of the story, which occurred in a film of the very same name in 1974 from the same studio, Paramount. The 74 film screenplay was written by James Toback and starred James Caan, Lauren Hutton, Paul Sorvino, Vic Tayback, M. Emmett Walsh, and a young James Woods. The producer of both films is the same, Irwin Winkler, and here he tells us how the new movie is different.
When I first met with Bill Monahan to adapt the original, to adapt Toback's script to this film, we talked about several things. We talked about a potential opportunity to show a character in a modern society that's still somewhat self-destructive, but incredibly smart and intelligent and poetic. And give it an ending that people don't quite expect. So those are the ground rules that we set out for ourselves. Also, we wanted to examine the gambling world in Los Angeles, which a lot of people might not know about.
Mr. Winkler has produced such films as Rocky, They Shoot Horses, Don't They?, and Valentino. Mark Wahlberg has dropped a considerable amount of weight for this role. Here we see him in class with his students.
Do you know who does write at the highest level? When most of us, and even I, write barely adequately. Do you know who it is? Don't give me that look. No. It isn't the one who talks the most. You're an NPR host tops, okay? The literary person in here is Miss Phillips. She is better at writing than our U.S. presently amateur number 2 is at tennis. Yet she chooses to hide or just blend in with the rest of you. Why?
That young blonde actress is Brie Larson, and her character will take an interest in the self-destructive professor. The cast also features wonderful Jessica Lange as the gambler's mother, and she's great in her moments on screen. Actor Michael Kenneth Williams is very good as Neville Baraka. You've seen him as Chalky White in the series Boardwalk Empire. The opening scene features actor George Kennedy, who is now 89 years old and still acting. Good for him. John Goodman turns in one of his indelible characters here as well, offering some of my favorite moments in the movie.
You drink? I don't remember if you drink. Of course, there's drink and drink. I drink, but I haven't been drunk since Reagan was president. I got a DUI, and in jail, I actually fell down and pissed my pants. You don't need to do that twice. I tell you this so you'll know everybody's been there.
Everybody's been there.
Once. If you're there twice, I can't help you. Which leads me to ask, are you pulling this just now or forever?
What's the difference?
I need to know if you got the brains to walk when it's time to walk. I've seen you be $500,000 up.
I've been up $2.5 million.
You still owe large 2 places you shouldn't. Why do you want door number 3?
How else do I get out?
If I give you this money and you don't pay me back, there are no rules. Do you understand the gravity of your situation?
I understand.
He's so good. This movie, which takes place over one calendar week, has some very clever moments and excellent segues, with great pop music recordings used, separating the 7 days of the gambler's week. That said, I did not care for it overall. As things go from bad to worse for the gambler, you start to get the feeling that you yourself are having a losing streak and have blown all your own money. Not an agreeable feeling at the movies at all for me. Compounding this was the fact that I could not find any reason to be sympathetic for the lead character at all and did not care what happened to him. So The Gambler is not a movie I cared for. Naturally, it made me want to see the 1974 James Caan picture, and with the great cast in that movie, it may be time better spent. The Motion Picture Association of America has given The Gambler an R rating. This is your pal, Matías Bombal, bidding you a fond farewell.